What's going on is William Kitchen, also known as Big Kitch. For those who don't know me, I was incarcerated when I was 14 years old. I ultimately was sentenced to 11 years in prison, but extended it to 21 years. I did 21 years inside the Michigan Department of Corrections. I came home in 2021, completed my parole successfully after 2 years, but in between time and in the meantime, I was getting involved. I was reaching out. I was networking. I was looking for ways to help clean up some of the mess that I helped make. So that's me in a nutshell. And now, 4 years later, I work for the Michigan Department of Corrections through Offender Success Program.
I'm Aaron Knowlton, work for the Grand Rapids Police Department. I've been an officer there for 2 years. Before that, I worked for the Michigan Department of Corrections. Now I'm working with OS through the Grand Rapids Police Department. Now I'm working with this gentleman right here to hopefully get you guys on the same path.
Man, I know when I first started Clear, I started in Muskegon County and I was trying to figure out what is Clear. And ultimately what it is it's a program, it's a class that allows returned citizens and local law enforcement not to only come into the same room to build bridges and gaps, but to kind of reshape our way of thinking. I know a lot of my thinking originally was all cops are my enemies. They're bad. They want to lock me up. They want to put me in prison. What Clear did was allow me to see cops in a different light. And see some of the beneficial things that they bring to the table that can be empowering and educating to guys that's coming out.
You can actually learn, so I have learned to change my entire mindset from Clear. We're supposed to be the leaders of the group, teach the group, but I've learned more from Clear than I know I have taught people. For me to actually go from being against people that get out, and now I'm in a position where I can help them, and they actually trust me enough to help them, but it's because I've changed my mindset also. So when you got out, how much free money did you get?
I didn't get no free money.
No cars?
Man, no cars. I don't know where these things began at on the prison yard. Like, if you do some time, you go home, they're going to give you a free car and a whole bunch of free money just because you were incarcerated. It's scarce out here. People not just giving away free money just to give it away, no matter how much time you did. Now, there are programs associated with DHS, different service provider organizations that does provide gas cards and food stamps, and they will help you with rents, things to that nature. But just to receive $500, $5,000 simply from just your incarceration, not happening. One of the common things is, apply for disability because you've been locked up in prison. They're going to give you $100,000 or $50,000 or whatever the amount is. The only people that sees disability money is people who had it coming to them prior to their incarceration.
How about when you got out, did you feel your parole agent was just there to put you back?
Man, I had probably one of the most awesome parole agents in the state. Man, I had Greg Balcom, man. He was wonderful. He really helped me figure out how to be an adult in life. Like, everything that I knew about adulthood was predicated upon how we move and our behaviors inside the institution. So I had prison all figured out, but I had no understanding of what adulthood looked like. My parole officer helped me with that. He helped me use my phone, figure out how to work my calendar. The last thing that was on his mind was sending me back to prison. In closing, I just have one last question. Since you've been doing Clear, have you encountered or been placed in any situation where you felt like I would have to send somebody back to prison? And if so or if not, what goes through your mind? Because you building relationships yourself in Clear.
See, obviously, getting to know these guys, I don't want to do that. Because, one, our goal, or the entire goal of the Clear group, is to actually have them stay out and do better in life.
Absolutely.
So, one, you get to know people, you get the relationship. If they screw up, one, it looks bad on every other person in this group in all three counties, anybody who's succeeded in that group, and people that are coming out into that group. That affects how society looks. It affects how we get funding.
Yeah.
If we have 45% of the people that come through this room go back to prison, that doesn't look very good. It doesn't look like we're not going to get funding for a group that gets an F grade. Yeah. It doesn't work. No one in life, no one in the world is going to back that group.
Absolutely. And speaking from the reentry community, from the guys that I've seen and witnessed that you begin to impact their lives and change the narrative, man, we appreciate you. We glad to have you. You a leader in this community now. We follow you. I sit with you. I stand with you, man, and I'm glad to be able to call you a friend and a brother.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Going from where you started at 14, and now for you to be able to change your mindset and now sit here across from me and do what we're doing together to help other people, that's huge.
That's huge.
Um,
Common goal.
a common goal, but also it's another thing that shows me that people can change. And coming from my background, that's the biggest thing I've had a problem with.
Man,
So,
okay.
hope we have busted some of those myths that everybody hears when they're on the inside. Obviously, we went over everything. There's not free money. You're not getting free stuff. But if you want to know more about the program, we have go with your in-reach coordinator. When you're going to get out, talk to the OS staff. Anytime you can get a hold of them, talk to your PO. Get the information. Come see us at the meetings. The GR meetings are going to be Wednesdays and Thursdays, 11:30 to 1. We have 2 different locations. There's flyers all over the place that you have access to. Get those, look at those, come see us. There's also meetings in Muskegon County and Ottawa County. Kitch, what we got for those?
Yep, Thursday in Muskegon from 11 to 1, and then we got the 11:30 to 1 in Ottawa and Holland. So when you get out, just touch base with your parole officer, get in contact with OS Resource Navigators, and they can guide and direct you to the nearest clear meeting possible. And we'll be there waiting for you.